So, hey guys and our audience. So, today we are just again live with a new debate. And for my introduction, this is Jitendra Naik, Marketing and Community Manager for India, and today's host of this event. And let's welcome our amazing and wonderful guest from Binance Alpha Coin list. And we have so many amazing people today joining for this debate, and I hope this debate again gonna be so fantastic like the past. And right now we are being by 750 people, which is rising also. So maybe I will giving you update about our viewers as we go with the debate. So yeah, let's quick start the event without a delay. So before starting this debate, I would like to have you guys the opportunity to introduce yourself. But for our audience, I would like to give a brief about our guests who are joining this debate with us. So we have Arwen, Chief Ecosystem Officer of BSquared Network. Then Tiancheng from Polyhedra. He's the CTO and co-founder. Then Matt from Lorenzo, co-founder and CEO. Then Joseph, the founder of OKZOO. So yeah, guys, you can have take the opportunity to introduce yourself and tell our audience about your tech, what you are building, and why you are excited about this debate. So and the order I would like to give our panel, it can start from Joseph, then Matt, then Tiancheng, then Arwen. So yeah, Joseph.
Hello, everybody. I'm Joseph from OKZOO. We're building a bigger and better DEPIN. We felt that DEPIN had a lot of hype last year, but stagnated because the quality of DEPIN devices just weren't up to par as industry expectations. And at OKZOO, we were able to build devices that in some ways are more advanced than smartphones, with environmental microsensors inside and able to process data that smartphones cannot. So yeah, we're building an environmental data network based on our next generation DEPIN devices. Great to be here today.
Thanks, Joseph. Thanks. And yeah, and next Matt.
Yeah, I'm Matt, the co-founder and the CEO of Lorenzo Protocol. So Lorenzo Protocol is an institutional grade asset management platform. So we started with BTC financing, with providing like liquid BTC and also BTC liquid staking tokens products in the last year. And now we are expanding to more like yield strategies for institutional clients and also retail as well, but not like including, but not just limited to RAA, to like CeFi trading strategies, and also some like AI empowered products as well on our platform. Yeah.
And I think Tiancheng can go next.
So, hi, I'm Tiancheng, the co-founder and the CTO of Polyhedra Network, and we are doing like the state-of-the-art zero-knowledge proof system. And based on that, we invented the ZK bridge, and we are doing a practical version of ZK machine learning, where we can apply zero-knowledge proof to large language model or smaller models to solve some real problem in AI space. Yeah.
Awesome. Arwen, we can go next.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for inviting us. I'm Arwen from BSquared Network, and I'm the Chief Ecosystem Officer at BSquared Network now. BSquared Network's vision is to expand BTC's utility exponentially. That's why we named this project BSquared. And to make that happen, we are building in three key directions. First, infrastructure. BSquared launched the Layer 2 solution in April last year. And second is BTC-Fi. Currently, we have already attracted over 500,000 users and supported more than 100 DApps on BSquared, and over 5,000 BTC are seeking for yield through BSquared, on BSquared, and also on other ecosystems. And with the new product launched, the Mining Squared, there are more than 1% of the Bitcoin network's hash power now is for this mining pool product. So we're providing these kind of services to BTC holders, miners, and all Web3 users. And the third direction we're working on now is intelligence. Looking ahead, we're building a Bitcoin native AI layer. So yeah, that's what we're doing now. Look forward to the discussion today.
Perfect. I think after all the introduction, I can feel that this introduction, this debate is basically gonna be fire, and I have like right people in my panel. So yeah, without a delay, I gonna tell you guys about the debate. So this debate is basically have multiple rounds, and before of every round, I gonna tell you the details about the round or the goal about the round. So for example, like for the first round, it is the the opening statement round where I would like to give you 2 minutes each to intro yourself. As you guys have already mentioned yourself. So the next step would be to tell people that why your project are like basically technically superior to us, or maybe in Web3 you guys how you are building some unique thing through your technology, and what are the big issues you're gonna solve through your technology, and yeah, why you guys are motivated for that you building. So yeah, we can follow the same model. It will start from Joseph, Matt, Tiancheng, and Arwen.
Yeah, I think at OKZOO, there's two things that we feel we have a strong competitive advantage. I think the first is the standard of devices that we're making. I think in DePIN, especially last year when DePIN was the biggest narrative in crypto, most of the DePIN devices they didn't really have a specific reason for existence. You get a DePIN device, and yes, it can maybe mine tokens or generate some reward, but people don't really know why it's generating reward, and people don't know why it's sustainable. For us, our DePIN devices are very specific in the purpose, which is to process environmental data and to bring value to the devices as well as the network through leveraging the environmental data through the microsensors inside the device. I think that's the first part. And the second part would be the distribution. So with DePIN devices, distribution is really difficult because first you got to have a really good user base, but secondly, you also have to have a very stable mass manufacturing capability. And for us, our ambition is that in the next quarter, we'll be able to produce over 100,000 devices fairly quickly, and we want to scale up our mass manufacturing capability very quickly. So I think those two would be the main competitive advantages that we have over the DePIN space.
Interesting. You mean you're not only scaling inside the chain, you're also building some physical infrastructure on a way. Yeah, interesting. So Matt, what's next?
Yeah, so it has like there's like a history of like Lorenzo protocol, right? So in the very beginning, so we are part of the Babylon like ecosystem project because previously there was like Ethereum staking, but there was like no BTC staking, right? So Ethereum has Lido, and I think like BTC staking would have like equivalent thing as well to have like liquid staking tokens for BTC staking as well. So that's like where we basically started, and we have STBTC, which is the BTC liquid staking token, which has been accepted on like about like 20 chains, more than 20 chains now, and working with a extensive numbers of DeFi protocols on these chains. And later on, we are thinking about how do we be bigger? How do we how do we scale our business? How do we like address a broader range of investors or any like institutional users or retail users seeking for more yield? So one thing we're looking at the traditional market, if we look at like the TradFi market, we see is that there are actually a lot of ETF tickers, let's say on NASDAQ or on IC. So basically they have like trading strategies or some real world, let's say yields, say money market fund or some other RWA yields like contained in these tickers. But there is not so many equivalent things in crypto yet. So the reason like our ticker's name is called bank is because we're like an investment bank, right? So we help like different trading strategies and different yield strategies, and to simplify them into an on-chain ticker, right? It could be like a yield bearing USD or yield bearing like BTC. So if you just want to like access to these more complicated yield strategies, the easiest way for you to do is just to purchase or mint this token, just holding it, and then you're going to be like getting all of these like passive yield from these underlying strategies. So we are like an investment bank like in a crypto, so that's why we are calling ourselves as bank. And also the name Lorenzo comes from Lorenzo di Medici, which was like the greatest banker in the time of Renaissance in Europe. So that's basically like the history of what we're doing. And future on, also see people asking in the comment section is like, where will we be like omni-chain, and also will we be like extending to more business? Yes, for sure, we are doing it. But still, like BNB Chain is our like the ground that we started, and we're gonna be like deeply invested in the BNB Chain ecosystem. But like out of the tokens, after like BNB Chain will be circulating on the other chains later on as well. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. You mentioned basically one thing which I understand from your introduction about your technology. Like basically, if you see in crypto space, it is growing and multiple stuffs are happening around the crypto, and there are so many people who are newly joining this space. Maybe they found the space very very complex, and you
Yes.
making it simple for them, and building something for those people. Interesting. So now Tiancheng can go next.
Sure. So the real value of our stuff is actually three parts. So first one is zero knowledge proof part, and we invented several linear time algorithm for zero knowledge proofs, where it removes a log factor from the old algorithm, where other competitors may use quasi-linear one. So our stuff is like order of magnitude faster than them, and here comes two products. That one is ZK Bridge, the other one is ZK Machine Learning. For ZK Bridge, we solve the issue where when doing bridging, we don't need to trust anyone anymore. Where in older cases, bridges usually rely on a committee of nodes. Where in ZK Bridge, no such node, we only rely on zero knowledge proofs, and in ZK machine learning, we solve some key issue in AI space, where AI can now process your permissioned API calls using zero knowledge proofs.
Interesting. I believe if historically, the data is also going to support that. Most of the things happen through breaching. Like most of the hackers are basically target breach to hack people's fund. But yeah, zero knowledge proof is basically, I believe, is something can bring some solution to the bridging solutions for stopping or to reduce the hack. I always believe in technology there we can't make zero anything, but definitely we can make it no, near to zero. So definitely the technology you guys are building maybe gonna target that sector, helping people with say breathing. And yeah, so Arwen, you were next.
Yeah, BSquared Network launched a fully functional Bitcoin Layer 2 last year, as I mentioned, in April, alongside with a BSquared Hub, the first BTC data availability layer. And this layer actually help achieve finality on BTC so that all the transactions data can be safely guarded by the BTC mainnet itself without compromising the security. BSquared enhanced the user experience and the transactions, the speed of transactions, and all those functionalities of Bitcoin. Those are not just ideas, they are already live. So if you are not a user of BSquared Network, I encourage you to test it by yourself. And those products, the BSquared Layer 2, the BSquared Hub, and BSquared Buzz, Honey, all those products are battle-tested components that unlock this kind of programmability and interoperability of BTC itself. And on top of that, BSquared has rolled out actual BTC5 products, as I mentioned, together with a mining pool product, Mining Squared. Currently, there are more than 500,000 users and more than 5,000 BTC, and over 1% of global hash rate are already involved. And those shows the BSquared's real usage, real assets, and a growing ecosystem. So that's the what separates BSquared from short-term noise. And also, it was mentioning that Mining Squared is the world's first yield-generating mining pool. It combines the traditional business model of BTC mining with DeFi activities. In less than 2 months, I think, since the product launch, it has already become one of the top 10 mining pools globally, demonstrating a strong product market fit. And BSquared now is currently leading the product in this area within the BTC ecosystem, driving impact from the source and shaping the future of BTC native finance. So we are facing a lot of BTC holders and miners. We provide the yield opportunities and the real utilities for BTC beyond just holding. And also for builders, the infrastructure is designed to lower the barrier to building on Web3, especially for Bitcoin-based applications. And for Web3 and Web2 users together through our incubated applications, we aim to attract Web2 users as well to help them get used to using BTC as a financial instrument and long-term asset. So the vision of BSquared is to scale Bitcoin. So our target markets includes the more than 300 million BTC holders, over 1 million Bitcoin miners, and trillions of dollars in BTC value, and a rapidly growing TradFi adoption, evidenced by the ETFs and institutional inflows. So yeah, that's what we're building.
Interesting. Actually, in 2019 or maybe in 2017, if you ask me like what is DeFi, then basically I answer like DeFi is the zoomed version of Bitcoin fundamentals. But right now you guys are building something on Bitcoin. So it means like, you are like one more step ahead of DeFi, where people are now no need to be, go here and there. If they're joining this place for DeFi, then definitely they can go with, your solution and can only stay around Bitcoin.
Yes, we're building on top of Bitcoin for Bitcoin and benefit all Bitcoin holders.
Great. So yeah, actually, let's move to the next question. This is maybe some controversial because after with Binance Alpha token growth, there is some voice or narrative is also growing inside the social media, which I also have shared with my team about that. That narrative is someone saying like basically they are basically questioning, they are basically asking that many alpha tokens are get leveled as speculative trans. They are just mentioning and tagging projects and saying you guys are speculative trans, what things you are building, maybe just again another pump and dump. So as you guys have joining this space, I would like to learn from you directly to understand what you guys are doing in yourself just to avoid or to tackle these people, or to you can directly tell those people who are joining here and listening you that why you are not gonna be another pump and dump, and why you guys are different and solving some truly pain point in the blockchain, and how you gonna tackle this voice in the community.
Do you want me to start?
Yeah, definitely. I would like to keep this order.
Yeah, I think the first thing is that when it comes to sustainable token growth, sustainable token growth is very complicated, and I think the thing that helps projects a lot, when it comes to Binance Alpha or even the exclusive TGE with Binance Wallet, is that it creates a very competitive environment for the right people to own the token. For example, the Alpha Points system with exclusive TGE, for instance, it creates a hyper-competitive environment where people who really feel passionate about the project becomes the early token holders, and therefore the early token holder base or the community of token holders are aligned long-term with the project. And I think that helps a lot into not making token a short-term token, because that means that those token holders want to see the project carry out their vision longer term. And that also shows in the data of alpha projects that most alpha tokens are quite sustainable. It's not like tokens that have a very quick momentum and then it fades. So I think that is quite important. And I think the second point is that generally, if you look at Binance Alpha projects, is mostly projects in the respective categories that are doing very special things. For example, for us in the DeFi space, I think we're trying to be the undisputable leader in the DeFi space, and obviously other projects in this AMA are leaders in their respective categories. So I think the level of projects in their respective categories in the Alpha program itself is quite high. So I think that also, in a way, encourages and motivates other projects to basically step up their game and really focus on innovation.
Yeah, actually, this is true. Trust is basically is the main things in Web3. Bitcoin is Bitcoin because of the trust, right? So yeah, that's true. That's true. Makes sense. So Matt, next.
Yeah, I think if we look like comparing like most of the tokens to a traditional like the finance world, all of these like the equities of the companies, right? So I think what's the difference there? So one is on the like value captures, right? So most of the public listed companies on the traditional finance, they have a very solid revenue models, and also they pay out dividends through their like the company shares. So that's why people are holding their tokens. It's not just because of the hype; it's because it's like on the real equities representing to a company which is actually making money, right? So that's why we are working on this asset management platform, is because we charge brokerage fees on all of this TVLs actually go through us. So we help these clients to generate yield, and we charge brokerage fees or asset management fees on these like capitals. So we are making money. So we can like, do revenue shares with all of the token holders in one way or another. So there are a lot of like compliance and legal perspectives on that. But like, we're going to make it work. Let's say the simplest way is like, we're going to be like buying back of our tokens with our revenues to help our like token price to keep like sustains on a reasonable value for a company's valuation and the ability to generate revenue as well. So in the next half of the year, we're going to be promoting like more like financial reportings, just the same way as the traditional finance, these companies as well. So we're going to do like financial reporting. So for companies like balance sheet, revenues, spendings, and everything. And also to do like a time like a periodical like token buyback programs based on our revenue as well. So we're promoting that in the next half of the year. So that's, I think like the real values, so real revenues is the only thing to back a token reasonably for a long term. So this is one thing. And also two is like regarding the TGE was like Binance Alpha, that thing. So if we look at the traditional finance, like how is a stock price actually being priced? Right. So there are a couple of steps. So first, you say our company, we want to like list our like stocks on the market, and then you talk to like the investment bankings, like you talk to the IBD teams of this company, and they're going to have a syndicate to underwrite your tokens. And then you go on a roadshow. So all of these liquid fund or hedge fund, mutual funds, so they're going to bid on how much they want to like they think the price is for your stocks. So there is a price discovery process. So you don't just say, you know what, my company was 1 trillion. You don't just say that, right? So if let's say these liquid funds like price your stock at say 1 billion, that's where your price is. What's your real valuation is for your company after they go over all of your financial reportings and stuff. But there is a missing steps. So that part is missing in the crypto world, is because so there's no like roadshows, there's no like liquid fund like bidding, there's no like really a working price discovery models for most of the tokens before. So that's why like I think TGE model works, is because most of tokens actually launched at a low price, and then the market participate and they trade, and the market like define what the price is for this ticker, what the valuation is for this company. So this is actually like a missing part before, and now like through like the Binance, like the TGE and also the IDO TGE and also the Binance Alpha, that helps all of the companies and tokens, also the retail users, to like price a token fairly through a market like on-chain price discovery, right? So that's why I think this is going to be like a working model, is because you don't say like, oh, you know what, my company was 1 trillion and just go all the way like a waterfall, like all the way down onto the market. It's not going to work. It's because your token is not priced by yourself, but it's priced by the market, right? So I think that's like a way more like a reasonable models from like then on.
Yeah, one more thing. If you see in Web3, most of the people, most of the project basically are not making money, right? And if you making money in real, no, really, then definitely it don't make any sense to
Yeah.
leave the business, right? Yeah, sounds good. So Tiancheng, you can go next.
Sure. So let's we are kind of different. So we already launched the ZK bridge, and I think it's widely deployed. And at the moment, we are going to talk about the new one. It's called ZK machine learning. I think it can bring real value to the AI space, where imagine that in the future you have your agent, and this agent you trust it a lot. and one day you give the credit card to the agent, and then once it gets a permission, well, maybe it's likely to get hijacked by the hacker, right? How do you distinguish that whether your agent talking to you is hacker or not? Well, the ZK machine learning can help you to distinguish that, can help you to detect this malicious event where you're trying to spend your money in unwanted way, and it may also prevent your AI agent from reading your secret data that it may be directed by the hacker. So I think this thing can bring us real value by accelerating the mass adoption of AI, and we can be a part of it, and then we can actually generate revenue from it. Yeah.
Perfect. Actually, yeah, I agree. As AI is exponentially growing, so maybe in AI or in this modern world, we're gonna see some modern problems, right? And for that, definitely we need some new model solution, because modern AI, there are lots of things is gonna be happen in AI. Basically, not only the scams, but so many things. So definitely it makes sense, you guys building a solution for this upcoming issues we're gonna face sooner or later in future for AI. So yeah, Arwen, you can go next. And for you guys update, I would like to say right now we are watching by like 4,000 people, and the space is getting hot. So yeah, within like 27 minutes. But yeah, this is growing. So Arwen, you can go next.
Wow, yeah, GM to the newcomers to this debate. I'm Arwen from BSquared Network. BSquared Network launched on Binance Alpha by the end of April, and I believe currently the token price has raised up for more than 8 times, and the trading volume are huge. That also thanks to the low fees pool on PancakeSwap. So thanks for the support from the users, and also I believe this reflects the project's solid fundamentals and strong community momentum. A little bit more about what we're doing and how it sets us separate from other projects, and why it's like a real project that we are building and connecting with real world. For the infrastructure, we're keeping the Bitcoin mainnet clean and secure, and all the new features are built through the layer 2. So based on this, BSquared introduced this BSquared rollup with more than 100 dApps on it, and also the DA layer BSquared hub, making this BTC assets programmable and cross-chain compatible. And for the BTC Fi, actually the buzz product with more than 30 strategies for users to generate yield set a very solid base for us to build the mining squared product, the mining pool product, which accumulates more than 1% of the global hash power now, and ranked top 10 mining pool globally. And why this product is very important is because the scaling Bitcoin, will know that often requires changes or upgrades to the mainnet protocol. For example, like the everyone is talking about OPCAT previously, and now it's the OP return. So that is something that we've seen spark a lot of discussion recently. And the mining pools are serving as a vanguard in this process, taking the lead in pushing for mainnet upgrades. So we are building this mining pool in this ecosystem, and that will set the fundamental for us to lead or support those upgrades on Bitcoin mainnet. And we also plan to initiate the support proposals that lay the groundwork for layer 2 expansion, and so all while preserving Bitcoin's simplicity and security at the native layer. And in terms of intelligence, we are building this Bitcoin native AI layer, and the BSquared team is investing heavily in tools for agentic AI, so that different AI agents from different ecosystems can communicate, trade, and operate directly on top of Bitcoin. So to support that, a grant program is also on its way to support to support a long-term development on that. Yeah, that is something that I would like to share with everyone on this space now.
Yeah, interesting. Actually, if I also agree that use of Bitcoin is not basically simple for everyone. Like for example, if you see people who are not very, well to the Web3 space or crypto, they can't able to use and operate their wallets, right? And if you're building some simple innovative thing for Bitcoin and building some solution around it, then definitely it's gonna cater lots of people who basically don't have more knowledge to explore and invent things inside the Web3. So yeah, that's great. So guys, now it's time to show some real stuff to our audience. Like for example, you can share your screen to show people some proof, some things that you want to show as your technology is building around. It can be your transaction speed, it can be your real world user count, it can be something or a solution you deployed which gonna help or helping or gonna help people, or any top 3 milestone which you have hit in 2015, sorry, 2025. So for this round, I would like you guys to share your screen and show some real stuff to our audience about your technology, just to show them that how you are really impacting things and how you are really building some cool stuff in the Web3.
Yeah, who do you want to go first?
The order will be same. I don't want to break the order, so it will start from Joseph, Matt,
Um,
Tiancheng, then Arwen.
so let me just
Thank
share my screen. So this is our Gene Analytics. So right now we have close to 15 million users. We have our OKZOO V1 and V2, which is a virtual pet applications that are live in the device. So we wanted every device to be fun and sustainable, at the same time useful, but at least it needs to be entertaining for users. So the same virtual pet applications that is available on the website is also playable in the device. So we have right now 50 million total users. We have an MAU of over 3 million, and we're maintaining a DAU of around 350,000. And we want to further scale this out through regional marketing campaigns. We've been doing a lot of marketing content around our devices. So this is how the actual device looks like. So if you think about an iPhone, it's like half the size of an iPhone. So this production-ready device already has environmental sensors inside. It's already equipped with OKZOO V2, so you can interact with your AI pets. You can talk to your AI pets, and the AI pets will also adjust their behavior based on the environment you're in. For example, if it's too cold, or if the air pollution is bad, or if the humidity level or CO2 levels are out of whack, that the pets will represent that. And for us, our depend devices, we wanted to form a global identity network as well, and we didn't want to collect personal data from users. So instead, we make each device represented by the pet from the pet game. So each device is represented by a pet from the game. So in the past, few weeks, we've been focusing mainly about our BNB campaigns, but also talking about our devices, sharing a lot of graphics about our devices. For example, showing how our first device, P Mini 01, can process and render environmental data, and how we intend to leverage the environmental data to drive value into the network. So yeah, so I think right now, like, our main milestones will be obviously maintaining our vibrant user ecosystem, but at the same time continue to expand our mass manufacturing capability so we can reach the number we have in mind, which is 120,000 devices by the end of July.
Awesome. Awesome. That's great. I think Matt, you
Yeah, I
can
can
go
go
next.
next. Yep. So basically, like thanks to like the BDC Fi hype in the last year, so we actually have like more than 220,000 like users participated into like our products, and also we have like over 500 million like TVLs right now on our platform in the two assets. One's SDBDC and one is Hensel BDC. So and we have like worked with like I think like more than like 50 like DeFi apps right now, and also a number of them are on the BNB chain, and also that the kernel just got like listed on Binance. We actually contributed about like half of their like TVLs on the kernel product before they TGE as well on a BNB chain. So for like the BTC share security and also restaking as well. So currently we are like planning our new product, which is a more quant based and plus RWA yield compound kind of yield products on chain as well. So there's going to be like more like users. It's going to be like targeting a slightly different client base. So it's going to be like more attractive, like for inclusive for both like retail and also institutional like users as well. And also we're going to have like the full scale of like financial reportings and also dashboard for P&L for this like quant trading strategies on the website as well. So every users can monitor like the P&L level on in real time, and also have the transparencies on where these assets are being held in custody, and also how like the performance the trading strategies are. So this is hopefully we're going to be launching it by next month. So and also it's going to be like it's like for a more broader like the audience of the users as well. So still please stay tuned on that.
Yeah, actually, Matt, do you want to show something to us, like by sharing screen? Because as I mentioned, you can flex the technology building.
Yeah, actually, like my device right now actually cannot like do like screen sharing very easily right now. So I'll probably just like pass that. I'm sorry about that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, no issue. So now, Tiancheng, you can go next, and you can click on the present button inside the studio just to share the screen. Mm-hmm. Tiancheng, you need to unmute your mic.
Oh, sorry. So let's first go to the go to the proof part where we got two different ZK bridge version. Where one is our own ZK bridge, where more than 10 million transactions, and each transaction got more than one proof. So actually, several tens of millions of proofs we have generated, and the other one is ZK Light Client Scan, where several millions of transactions are generated. Um, this is powered by Layer 0 and us. So this is ZK Bridge part where old story. And for new story where ZK machine learning part, we are still actively developing it. I think so people are working on this ZK CUDA and the DeepSeek part. I think when we finish all of these branches, we will have a published version of ZK machine learning, and also we developing our own prover. It's called Expander, where a lot of active development. Like 3 hours ago, people are still submitting stuffs. And here is another one. It's our compiler where compiles our compiles from a human readable programming language to our prover format. So everything here is just it's a pipeline where ZK machine learning. Here you feed your model, and then it goes to this compiler, compile your the intermediate representation of your model, and then it goes to this one where finally execute the zero knowledge proof computation. And here is our main stuff that we are currently building. Yeah, I think that's it.
Perfect. Actually, it's looks so resourceful from your GitHub. Hmm. So, Arwen.
I am really sorry I cannot share my screen right now because of the regulation restrictions in my current location and unable to access the product directly. And to ensure this stable connection, I have turned off my VPN. I'm afraid if I turn on it, I need to like drop off and connect again. So to make it smooth, I
Okay.
I think I can just share some key data points with you and all the audience. Currently, BSquared Network has over 500,000 users, more than 100 DFs, and more than 5,000 BTC go through BSquared Network to generate yield, and over 1% of global hash rate occupied by the mining pool, mining squared mining pool product. And BSquared B2 token has a great ROI. The current price is 8 times compared with IDO, and in the past 24 hours, the trading volume on BNB Chain is over 400 million. And BSquared's core products, as I mentioned, the mining squared and BSquared layer 2 bus product currently operate with healthy business models and are already profitable. So in the future, we plan to incorporate these revenue streams into the tokenomics to benefit all B2 token holders. And all the BNB raised from the Binance IDO will also be used entirely for B2 token buybacks.
Interesting. Yep. Interesting, guys. Interesting. Lots of things I just learned about your project, and I really find some really good stuff you guys are building. And there are so many pain point you guys are solving for our Web3 audience. And for your information, right now we are watching by like 5,000 people, and still the number is growing. So yeah, people are really interested learning things about your project. So on this time I would like to ask a very important question, which basically is the part of debate, which is, I would like to know the hard truth. So I would like to know what's your biggest technical bottleneck right now, and what you guys are doing to fix it in your technology.
Yeah, I think from our side we have two. We have two that we're fully focused on. I think as a DevIn project, of course, it's going to be the mass manufacturing. For example, for our first device, we're aiming for 120,000. But our second device, which will be called PMI Neo 2, which will be a wearable, we're targeting 500,000. So the 120,000, we already have the capability, but for wearable, it's a different level of manufacturing, and we're trying to figure out how we can get that done within this year. So I think that's something that we're focusing on figuring out. I think the second part is that we're trying to, as an exclusive BNB Chain project, so we're exclusive to BNB Chain, and we plan to stay so. We're focusing on how we let other developers deploy applications on our devices. And so, for example, we have our DevIn device, and we want other BNB Chain projects, if they want to come and deploy applications directly into the device, so that our users can experience other applications as well. We're just finalizing the API, making sure that the deployment process is smooth, and that the user experience is smooth as well. So I think those two things we're fully focusing on right now.
Yeah, then definitely I would like to mention here, these are basically very important thing, because to bring more innovation, you have to also bring people to build something on your tech. Yeah, right. Because when you open that door, more innovation, more things gonna be inside your technology. So yeah, that's something you guys are really doing in a very right direction.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Matt, you're next. Actually, before joining, before inviting Matt for this, actually, I by mistake I removed Matt, but now he's back.
Yeah, no worries. We remember the order, so it's fine. So when it comes to like asset management, so there are, I think, like three key kind of like features there. One is, the top one is always security, and two is about transparency, and three is about like yield, right? So on the security side, so we are working with like the industry like top leaders on the custodial side. So basically, we've been like working with Sifu and also like Hobo for quite a while. And for asset mirroring, we are also like working with Copper Clear Loop as well. So to do like asset mirroring like into the major like CX for trading as well. So we're going to be continuing working with these like custodial partners and also chain up as well for like asset custody. So that part to provide like the underlying like asset security and also maintain like the trading abilities on the exchange as well. And also we are working extensively with our security curators partners as well to co-manage assets with us. So even if you deposit assets onto our platform, doesn't mean we have the right to move your assets anywhere. So we cannot this because it have to go through like a security committee, which is having like the partners from our custodial partners and also from our third party like security curators as well. So everything has to be like agreed upon like through the original planned kind of rules. It's not like anyone can move in the assets like freely. So but also there are like different like challenges in there. For example, what assets are to be supported, and also what kind of technical features can we actually accept these assets on these like major trading venues as well. So there are a lot of things needs to set up over there. And also two is about transparencies. So to giving like the underlying like yield strategies like real time kind of P&L reporting is actually not that easy because you have to like integrate all kinds of different APIs and to do very complex accountings before you can actually present to the users with these data. So we are working on our new like platform with all of these like marketing data and also like trading data in real time and to present it to our users so they have like a full transparencies on all of these performance of the strategies as well. And three is like the yield side, right? So it's probably like the least important comparing the previous two, right? So but it's still very important. So because like after it's seen as success, there are actually a lot of kind of teams trying to do like similar things and a lot of like including trading firms and also like projects trying to do the same things as Ecina does, like say Ethereum funding rate and stuff. So it's making the strategies less and less like appealing is because when everyone is adopting the same strategy, the alpha is getting really low. So we are working with like we have our own in-house trading team, and also we are working with a number of the other top tier trading teams in the industry as well to like finding the best kind of trading strategies which providing reasonable and high yield and also like with like almost no drawbacks, and so your principal is always safe. So we are working on like developing these strategies and also like how to combine like trading with like RWA. So these are a number of things we've been working on, and all of our like previous research and work are going to be reflecting on our next product as well. Yeah.
Perfect. Interesting. So, Tiancheng, now can go next.
I think technical wise, we actually don't have too much technical challenges right now, but we have some. We need to, but we have some other challenges that like currently AI is not actually so much wide or massively deployed where people don't trust them. People may have questions on that, and AI assistant may not be so intelligent enough. So it's blocks us our product to be massively deployed. But I think this can be solved in the future, where maybe 2026 or 20 where AI agents are widely used by human, and now at that moment we can start deploying our stuffs to more and more people. And second challenge might be educational challenge where people are not aware of potential danger of when you're using a AI agent to manage your highly valuable API endpoints, for example, like your bank, like your personal data at API endpoints, and people are not aware of such danger. And I think this situation can be fixed by we promoting such educational content, and most likely it will be fixed by hack, where people finally knows there's a danger, and we are waiting for it.
Interesting. Yeah, actually, education is the best way to get people for long term. Because, for example, country like India, where I'm working for no, from, if you see people join you, people use your product until you incentivizing them. Once you stop incentivizing, they will move out to other. like farming things. So basically education is something which gonna keep people for long run, because if you see all the people who are holding Bitcoin, holding Ethereum, holding BNB Chain, or holding all the top projects are basically through education. And that's something again can be replicate, or maybe you can have your own way to educate people, then bang on, you can do that, you can repeat that same thing again. So yeah, interesting. Now Arwen, you can go next.
Yeah, for BSquared network, the challenges are quite obvious. As our host today, Jitendra already mentioned some challenges earlier. Operating on Bitcoin tends to be more complex and more costly compared to other chains. And trying to improve that without compromising security is extremely difficult. And Bitcoin itself is not a Turing complete blockchain, and there's no native smart contract capabilities. But at the same time, it remains the most valuable crypto asset. So the core challenge for BSquared as a Bitcoin scaling solution has always been how to enhance BTC's profitability and productivity, so without compromising its security. And what we are doing is building a 1.5 layer, the data availability DA layer for Bitcoin, and leverage that significantly improves Bitcoin's scalability while maintaining a security foundation. And also for the roll-up side, the reason why BSquared choose to make it a EVM compatible chain is because of the fact that EVM is widely adopted and well understood by developers, so that all the project builders can migrate to this new ecosystem seamlessly. And also the EVM ecosystem is security and practicality already validated in production from other ecosystem, especially ETH. And for us, we deeply respect Bitcoin's fundamental principles. Keep the simplicity, the strong consensus, and together with the security. Bitcoin is still the most secured blockchain ecosystem, and building on this foundation to enhance the experience for BTC holders, no matter it's mining, yield generating, or DeFi participation, and also cross ecosystem interactions.
Yeah, agree. Actually, one more thing which I would like to mention here, all the way, all the bottlenecks, all the challenges, everything you guys are facing to build your technology is obvious, and it is also basically once you solve the issue, now it's act like a technology barrier for other to build that same product, and it helps you to stay as a leader in that space. So, for example, if Joseph or OKZOO is building something innovative, and it's challenging initially to build that tech, and once it created, now it's act like a barrier to other projects, other people to build the same thing. So basically all the bottlenecks you guys have discussed here in this call, I believe we're gonna have that solution as soon as possible, and once you have that, now it will gonna act like a barrier to other projects to catch up you. So yep. So again, this is very interesting to know that, and I like your honesty to discuss this bottleneck, and yeah, this was very interesting. So now we'll come to our next round, which is friendly fire round. So as you guys are discussing like since like almost a hour, so you guys have already understand what other projects are building, what other panels are discussed about their project. So now the time to appreciate the technology. First, you have to appreciate it, any technology you want to appreciate, and second, you have to ask a question to them. It can be anything. So you can choose anyone to appreciate. You can choose anyone to ask a question. Understand? Perfect.
Yeah. So do I start? Okay. So
Yeah.
I think maybe I can I can ask a question to B2 because, you know, as a Bitcoin miner in 2014, I'm very curious about how you guys scale the infrastructure for the mining pool, and how fast you can sustain the infrastructure if the demand to stake into the pool, and if the growth rate of the pool is faster than expected.
For the mining pool product now, the miners can plug their hash power, plug in their hash power to the mining squared mining pool. So in terms of that, it's like working with any other top mining pool product in the market now. And for the asset security, we are working with top custody solutions, but the miners can also choose to put the BTC into their wallet. And for the DA layer and the layer 2, as mentioned, the DA layer works as the 1.5 layer that store all the detailed data and write data to Bitcoin to ensure the security of all the rollups it support. So I hope that answers your question.
Okay, got it. And I think the appreciation part for me, I think I like what Lorenzo's doing. For me, I've been very interested in institutional adoption of crypto for a very long time. I've been tracking the regulatory part. I've been tracking on how institutions can store capital, as well as get access to the yields and sustainable rewards in crypto by contributing capital. And so yeah, I think it's very interesting.
And I think now it's Matt's turn.
Okay, so on the so one question I would like to ask is to Tiancheng. So basically, like we know, ZK has been like a quite a hype in the, I think, the last 2 years, and there are a lot of like ZK rollups, ZK this and ZK that over time. But I feel like ZK has been like losing attentions for quite a bit in the like later half of last year and until this year as well. So what do you think is the real demand for ZK, and how do you like getting ZK from the hype to the real products which people really need?
Yeah, so the real demand for ZK, I think, in my opinion, we would look at so many different directions. Like we also considered ZK VM, ZK EVM, or ZK rollups, and among them, we selected we choose to do ZK machine learning because we think that it can have real usage, and secondly, because we think that we are the only company that is capable of doing that, because our prover is so fast that can beat all other companies. We can comfortably be the only one, at least for 1 or 2 years. And the real usage for ZK machine learning is to protect your asset, your confidential information from hackers' access but this hacker just impersonate your AI agent. So we can detect whether the request, the API request or function call request or MCP request is actually from your AI agent or is actually impersonated by a hacker using zero-knowledge proofs. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for the answer. And on the appreciation part, so we have been working with BSquared before. So we have like staking events on the BSquared as well. So real TVO checked, the real users checked. So it's like a pretty like it's the top like the BTC L2 ecosystem verified. So we're happy with the partnership with BSquared. And also on the ZKZOO side, so actually like in a very like when I was a kid, so there was something called like 拓麻鸽子. I'm not sure like what's the best like English representation for that, but like it's basically like raising your pets on the on your own like small device over there. So I was like thinking a lot of things like before, because a lot of people were talking about DePIN, right? So my question would be like, if we have like smartphones, why do we need another device to do this and that? So you have to have a lot of like creations to having people adopt like a new device. Otherwise, like your smartphone basically having all of the like all of these like sensors and everything in it, it's like a super device already. So you have to be creative and having some like extra utilities on top of that. I'm happy to see like there are like new device and people like making like creations on the DePIN side as well. So yeah, thanks.
Awesome. Yeah, I think Tiancheng can go next. And for your information, we are almost watching by like 6,000 people. So yeah.
Yeah, sure. So let me think about it. I was asked questions regarding the OKZoom DePIN. So as far as I know, DP means decentralized physical network. So can you elaborate why you guys are decentralized?
Yeah. So for us, the biggest pain point that we thought of when we were building DePIN was that how do we make a decentralized grassroots network of environmental sensors that can collect environmental information? For example, where I'm from, in Korea, as well as Philippines and Thailand, where I lived, air pollution and noise pollution can be different from street by street. And this is also the case in metropolitan areas like Los Angeles, where like you can be 10 blocks apart, but air pollution could be wildly different from 10 blocks away to the current street you're in. And so if we're able to mass manufacture device and hopefully distribute to millions of holders, and these holders are spread across the world, we can now get raw environmental data that's not coming from let's say agencies that are contracted by regulators or by central parties, but basically everybody being able to generate real-time environmental data that anybody can check. And I think that decentralization of devices being across the world and distributed across the world makes a lot of difference, especially when it comes to environmental data.
May I ask? So no, but I think that's not called decentralized. That's distributed. Think about this, like Google Map. Everyone use it, and it connect traffic data.
Yeah. So
But
our data. So our data. We're working with BNB Greenfield, which is a decentralized storage network by BNB Chain, to store all the environmental data in a decentralized layer as well. So distributed and decentralized in terms of data as well. Yeah.
Tiancheng, on the same part of this question, do you want to appreciate any take?
oh, sorry, I appreciate part. I will let other people to fire first, and let me think about that.
Can you appreciate yourself?
That's not appreciated, right? Yeah, let me check. Actually, for the appreciate part, I think we also work with like BSquared before when we designing the Bitcoin bridge. So, yeah, and Lorenzo protocols. I think you guys were still were part of the Bitcoin ecosystem, right?
Yeah, so our assets are still going through the ZK bridge. Really appreciate that.
Yeah. Jitendra, I think you are muted now. We cannot hear you.
Sorry. Actually, now I think we can move to you, Arwen. So now your turn to appreciate someone and to ask question to anyone.
Yeah. We have been working with Polyhedra back to the DK bridge part, and also BSquared has a long-standing and in-depth collaboration with Lorenzo, and we still hope this partnership can continue and to bring users more sustainable and organic yields, especially for BTC holders. And I have a question for Joseph because I'm personally very curious on that because hardware adoption can be quite unique compared to software or services. So are there any markets where you are seeing particularly strong traction, and others where maybe it's been more challenging to break through?
Yeah, I think obviously, like you guys know, for example, Tamagotchi is so wildly popular in both Southeast Asia and I would say East Asia. So like markets like Korea, Japan, Turkey, Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, like these would be markets that'll be like our primary targets. I think the markets that would be hard to break into would be markets like the US and Europe that typically are not very interested in portable devices or like outdoor portable devices. So at the moment, our focus remains here, and also we have mass manufacturing capability in Asia. So I think we're focusing on the Asian market. But I think as we go into developing wearables starting July, I think we will try to expand our market outside.
Thank you.
Great, great. Actually, this debate was very insightful, and I think we learned lots of about your projects. And definitely, now I have more knowledge about your project, and I know what you guys are gonna solve next. So yeah, now we are coming to the end of our debate, which is mic drop. And before moving out from this studio or from this debate, I would like to give you guys a chance to give our audience your last outro, or if you want to say something our audience before leaving, because we are right now watching by 6,000 people almost, and this debate is really become very successful in terms of views, in terms of the knowledge, insights, and because of you guys. So yeah.
Yeah, I think from our side, I think across Binance Alpha, I think we're the only one that is building DePIN slash hardware. So I think we're unique in that sense. And I think we fully commit into developing the most sort of advanced, but the most interesting DePIN devices that have existed in crypto. So I think we'll continue to focus on that. And we're pretty excited about decentralizing environmental data through BNB Greenfield and using decentralized storage networks to distribute environmental data. So we're continuously trying to expand our mass manufacturing, especially as we go into our P Mini O2, the wearable product that we're generating. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
Awesome. Matt?
Yeah, I can go next. So I think we're the only one with institutional asset management solutions on the alpha as well. And also our token has been seeing like a very sustainable growth over the like last month after we went TGE. So at the maximum time, I think it was like about 16 times from our IDO price. And also the trading volumes on both perps and also the spot has been like pretty well as well. And so showing like pretty good like tensions from the market. So I hope like it will like the growth, the momentum will keep lasting. And when more products will be launched in the Q2 and also the following like times, like after like when our like project progresses. Yep.
Awesome. Tiancheng?
Yeah, just one sentence. Just look at our metrics in Alpha and look at our code base on GitHub. You will see that. Yeah. And don't forget to start our GitHub repo.
Arwen?
That was a strong one. Yeah, for BSquared, the product has been tested for users by users for over a year, and since launching on Alpha, both trading volume and token price have held up well under huge market pressure. And our team is committed to long-term building. Bitcoin doesn't die, and neither will the one building on top of it.
Perfect. So yeah, it was a great debate, guys. And before moving out from this debate, I would like to thanks again all of you for joining this debate and making the debates very successful, and for your insightful discussion around your take about you, and also your honesty. So yeah, see you soon, and I'm gonna send you lots of future collaboration opportunity. So for sure, and yeah, have a great day. And bye to all of our audience. Thanks for joining this debate and having a good time with us.
Thank you for inviting us. Great host.
Bye.
Thanks,
Look forward
Jitendra.
to the next
Bye.
time.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Mhm.